This picture for me really sums up early season fishing. You've got a boy there in a fish, really shallow water off the banking. And if you have a little bit look, a little bit closer, you see the bank angler behind him as well. Sitting, standing, waiting patiently for his chance to get in amongst the fish. And even further back, you'll see a boat there. Everybody trying to get in the action, basically. And at the start of the season, space can be at a premium. But I'd also say space, although being pretty critical to success, having a little bit of room to move and getting where the fish are, you need the right flies. And that's what this video is about. The flies that you need for success when it comes to early season fishing, whether it be from the bank or the boat.
The blob. Be under no illusions, don't let anybody tell you anything else. More stillwater trout have been caught on this fly than any other. It's an out and out fish catching machine. Forget your traditional values. You want to catch stockies and resident fish, the blob really does take some beating. And the orange blob is head and shoulders above the rest.
To be fair, I think any sort of that orange hue is going to be really successful. They just stand out a mile. Really, really effective when it comes to catching stillwater trout. There's not really that much that comes close to its effectiveness. So that's got to be our first fly, the orange blob in all its guises. Absolutely devastating when it comes to catching stillwater rainbows, residents or stockies. Next up, the tequila blob. What a fly this is. This is the booby, tequila booby, sorry. Just an out and out fish catcher, wherever you fish it. And it's one of these ones that works extremely well on a sinking line because not only have you got those vibrant colour combinations, but you've also got the booby eyes, which create a fantastic disturbance in the water when that fly's pulled. This particular one has got orange eyes and a little bit of flash in the tail, a little bit extra glint. I really, really like this fly on the point position when I'm fishing a die 7. I'll also fish it on a die 3, two of them spaced well apart when I'm fishing from the banking. My other one is a little variant with yellow eyes, and this one's got UV in the tail, which I find really, really good. When the water's clear and you get one of those bright spring days, high sun, this would be the one that I go for in those conditions. There we go, right in the scissors, nailed in a sinking line. Another rainbow comes to the net on a tequila booby. What a fly. Unbelievably effective it is. One of my other favourites, again, it's a variation on the blob, and this is a rocket fab. I do really, really well with this early in the season. I mean, extremely well. I've got two that I fish, one with an orange band and one with a red band. The red band is just a higher contrast in darker water. Those are the two that I tend to favour. Just fish them slow, just sort of mid-water. You're looking for water 8 to 12 feet deep. Fish that on an 8-foot leader and you'll just do great guns. But fish it slow. It's one of these ones when the fishing goes a little bit harder. I tend to look for this fly. And this is one of the best fish I've ever had with early season. This rainbow is just shy of £8. An utterly monstrous fish to be caught in such a small fly. But yeah, just tweaking it back from my boat. Short leader in water about 12 feet deep. And this thing nailed it. That's my best so far with this fly. Here's hoping I can get something bigger.
Early season waiting for the bank, the action can be phenomenal. And one of my favourite flies to fish for the bank is an old classic. It's a really, really old fly and it's a simple colour combination. And that colour combination is black and green. This is my variation of a concrete bowl. And I've got two that I like to fish actually. I've got one with a chartreuse head and one with like a dark green, sort of Viva green head that I use. And I've got a little bit of lead under the body, but big bulky frets, long marabou tail, and that chenille head. It's absolutely devastating. It's one of my favourites to be fishing at this time of year actually. You can have it in various colour combinations, booby versions as well. Also like tungsten beaded heads, but it's just a great colour combination, and it's really good for picking up some of the better fish. Um, this is a fish that I took at the top of the North Arm in Rutland a few years ago. As you can see, I'm wrapped up against the weather, but just a big black and green lure, fish deep, and about 12 foot of water, and literally had a field day picking up good fish after good fish. And you can see them proper bright silver beauty. So black and green, what a colour combination. Just a special wintered, absolute stonking fish. Fish that look like grills. They're so clean and tidy, and not an ounce of fat on them. Whether it be for the banking in this situation, this was Grapham, or the boat. If you're looking to pick out the better fish, there is really just one fly, and it's been my fly early season for such a long time now. It's a mainstay for me. So yeah, catching rainbow trout like this, there's only really one fly. I'll give you a quick, brief glimpse, see if you can guess what it is. Okay then, 3, 2, 1. This fly, the humongous, has accounted for so many fish, I can't even begin to tell you. Up and down the country, top of Scotland, bottom of England, east, west, south. I've fished it in Tasmania, caught loads of fish. Wherever I go, I'm catching fish in this thing. This is my go-to one, is the silver and black. However, I will fish a gold and black if there's some sun in the water, but this is the one that I tend to go for, is the silver and black. My God, does it catch some fish. And it catches them wherever you go, boat or bank. It just tends to pick out the better fish time and time again. This is another absolutely fin perfect rainbow taken from a boat and maybe about 8 foot of water. This time on a die 3, so a medium sink line. You can fish it all the way from the bottom to the top of the water, but early season stuff, my God, it takes some beating. But my other one is a black and gold version. I fished that quite a bit as well. And the black and gold, I like this when the sun's on the water. Yeah, just a little bit of gold flash seems to make a big difference. When it's a dull day, I'll fish the silver. I'll fish the silver for the majority, to be fair, but there's a little bit of sun in the water, then I'll switch over to the black and gold. The black and gold is also very, very good for brownies. Now, this particular venue, this is Ravensthorpe. Ravensthorpe has literally got a handful of brown trout in it. And lo and behold, start of the season, just to the right hand side of the island, if you know where the island is in Ravensthorpe, I got this banging brownie. Just an idea of just how good that fly is. It's picking up the better brownies, the resident fish. That's how good the fly is. If you're fishing early season, prime spots can be hard to find. I mean, you do find them, they can be very, very busy. Check this out. This is Draycott, Rainbow Corner. This is a couple of years ago now. Bear in mind the rule here is no wading above thigh deep. Well, I think the guy on the right, and to be fair, the guy on the left, they're way past that now. But they're obviously trying to get out to the fish. So if you're in the right location, realistically you want to have the correct flies. And those flies that I've shown you, for early season work, they really do take some beating. From the banking, I like, well, all manner of flies, but that die and the little fab takes some beating. Once the fish have been found, I really, really enjoy fishing that fly. Nice, easy fishing. It's not too strenuous. When I'm on a dam wall, I quite like to go a little bit deeper, fish something a bit bigger and heavier, because obviously I'm into deeper water, so you're looking to go through the layers to find the fish. So in that case, black and green would be my choice. You can also pull a blob there. But yeah, dam walls, black and green, something with a bit of weight, something I can drop through the layers with can really make a difference. A really big difference, actually. But as with all things fishing, just chop and change until you get something that works for you. There's so many good flies out there. However, what I would say is a lot of them catch anglers. The flies I've been using have stood the test of time. I've been using them for years, decades in some instances. and they've never let me down. Just exceptionally good fly. So those would be my ones: orange blob, tequila booby, that little rocket fab, a black and green in any guise, but preferably with a long tail early season. And to pick out those better resident fish, try that humongous. I hope you enjoyed that, folks. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. Take care, and bye bye.